澳洲女孩为什么要在台湾养老？
我要养老的话，那我会选择台湾。
就是来台湾2个礼拜了。
Because I thought it would be a little bit more like Shanghai or Hong Kong. 台湾人他们不会说是，他们说是他们说滋。
为什么他最大的文化冲击是在台湾丢垃圾
What was the biggest culture shock for you?
丢垃圾。
What was your first impression when you just came here to Taiwan?
So for me, I've lived in China and Hong Kong before, so I was kind of expecting it to be a little bit more similar to that. And I think one thing that surprised me was how different it is to the mainland China.
And how is it different?
Yeah, so one, there's not that many big buildings. Like not as many as I was expecting. I also think attitude of like the normal people are a bit softer and a bit kinder, a bit friendlier, I think. Not that mainland people aren't friendly, but in general, I think people are very welcoming, especially to foreigners. So I found that to be, quite interesting.
And how long have you lived in China before?
So I lived in China for almost 5 years.
Oh, 5 years. Wow.
Yeah,
So
it's
a
quite a long time.
You can speak Chinese, right?
Yeah.
What do you think about Chinese language?
I quite like it. So I'm in Taiwan right now because I want to learn more Chinese. So that was almost 5 years ago now that I lived in China. And so since then, when I was living in Australia, I didn't really have a chance to speak Chinese to people. Yeah, I kind of missed that. And so that's why I came to Taiwan, is I wanted to keep studying, learn more Chinese, and just develop that skill, I guess. Because I quite like it.
For you, like how long in total did you learn Chinese for?
So I lived in China for about 5 years. Actually studied it for about 1.5 years. So I went to Jiaotong University and also Shanghai Business School, and where I studied Mandarin. And then in Australia, my undergraduate my major was Chinese. So I studied interpreting and translating. So I think total, like actually studying, probably about like 4 years.
Oh, 4 years. Okay.
Yeah, like hard studying. And the rest of the time, just, I have some friends that are Chinese. In some of my previous jobs, I used to do trade between Australia and China, especially. So I had a lot of chance to speak Chinese then. But yeah, since that, after COVID happened, I didn't do that anymore, right? Because like the relationship between mainland China and Australia got progressively worse.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And so China put some sanction on Australian like beef, Australian wine, like basically a lot of Australian products. So I couldn't do that job anymore because that was what I was exporting.
Is that sorry?
It's okay.
When you came here in Taiwan, like, what do you think about like safety in Taiwan?
So far, I think it's quite safe, right? I didn't see any like thieves or anything. I didn't see any guys like pickpocketing, but I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm sure there's some people doing that, but in general, I feel it's quite safe. I feel like if I leave my bag somewhere,
you won't worry about it?
Yeah, not too much, a little bit.
What do you think about like lifestyle here in Taiwan?
So it's more slow than I was expecting initially. Because I thought it would be a little bit more like Shanghai or Hong Kong, it's very fast, it's very like bustling. But I quite like it. I like how it's a really nice middle ground between like a slow, leisurely life and then a bit of like a bustling Asian megacity. So I quite like it.
Okay. When you came here to Taiwan, like what was the biggest culture shock for you?
丢垃圾. Yeah. That was so hard. Like the first time, I just had no idea what to do. Because I heard that you needed to do that in Taiwan, and my landlord told me that I should do that, but I didn't know I had to buy the bags, like the right type of bags. I didn't realize that they would separate the recycling so carefully. Yeah, like the first 2 times I tried to throw my rubbish, the guys were like, no, you can't do that. You need to go to 7-Eleven and buy the bag. I was so confused about that. I was like, why do I need a special bag? Actually, I still didn't buy the bags. I need to buy the bags. I still didn't get them.
Because you've been here for 2 weeks, right?
Yeah. So I just, actually most of my waste so far has been recycled. So then it's okay. That was actually my plan for today, was to buy the bags. So I need to buy the bags. And now I've got some recycling and a food waste bin in my kitchen. So now I'm more prepared. But yeah, for the first 3 days, I had no idea what to do. It was so confusing.
Well, yeah, it's actually not something you would have anywhere else, right? Like in Australia.
I don't think so. Yeah, no way. Not the same as in Taiwan. So yeah, I found that it's interesting.
What do you think about hospitality here in Taiwan?
Yeah, so far it's been really friendly. Even when I like order food at the restaurants, like people are really polite and really kind. I've had a lot of like good experiences. Like I've had a lot of like, especially elderly people, like really interested to talk to me, which has been kind of cute. You know, it's quite nice. I quite enjoy that, and I can practice my Chinese. And I don't know, I think it's good for everyone, right?
Yeah. 那你如果有机会的话，你会让台湾改变哪里？
我在讨厌的是繁体字。
哦，繁体字。
所以如果我可以改一个事情，我就。但我觉得台湾人会特别生气。
对。
但是就是因为我看不懂。
所以像这些字你会看不懂？
我会一点点。台北市文山区公所。所以还是可以。我还是可以的，但是我简体字我可以看得懂，我完全可以看得懂，我可以看报纸还是其他的。但是如果我看繁体字的话，我就懵了。我真的。看不懂
就是你讲中文也有那个中国的口音，
是吗？对，还有台湾的口音，因为
你觉得不一样了，对不对？
对，我觉得不一样，因为他们就是台湾人，就是比如说他们不会说是，他们是四。
对，
或者只，他们不是说字，他们是滋。
那你现在还会说垃圾吗？你不会说垃圾，你应该是
对，第一次我房东跟我说你天天要丢垃圾，然后我看我垃圾，垃圾是什么东西？然后他就给我解释一下，然后我才知道了他们叫垃圾。
对，所以也蛮多不一样。
对，不一样。
那你目前在台湾喜欢哪些事情？哪些地方？
现在我对台湾不是很了解。I like how there's a lot of shops around. I like how there's lots of small like cafes and like small restaurants. And I quite like how it's a very neighborhood kind of feeling. Like it's not too big, but it's also not too small. So it's quite convenient to get around, but it's also convenient to like do your shopping. And if you want to meet your friends, you can just get bubble tea like really easily. So I like that.
Okay, that's nice. 那一些地方你不喜欢在台湾？
就是繁体字吗？对，我不喜欢的是繁体字。
那你在台湾看到什么东西？你希望在澳洲也有吗？
其实我很喜欢那个老人运动的那个
是文化，
不知道怎么说，
文化还是习惯？
就是文化嘛，因为我觉得就是老人在台湾会有一个很好的生活嘛，他们天天都可以去运动啊，天天在外面就是打象棋啊，打麻将，所以我觉得老人就是很开心嘛。
这蛮特别的，所以在澳洲平常老人不会。
在澳洲，就是老人一般都会待在他们自己的家里，他们不会，就是很小区嘛。所以我觉得在台湾，如果我要养老的话，那我会选择台湾。OK， 蛮特别。
那你来台湾之前，你有多了解台湾？
其实我对台湾我不是很了解，所以我想过来就经验嘛，也了解一下。
那你为什么选来台湾？因为有很多不一样的地方可以学中文。因为
我来台湾，因为他们说普通话嘛，然后我可以学普通话，还有可以学繁体字。我觉得台湾的文化就是比较开放一点，就是比如说嘛，比中国开放一点。所以我就想了解，就是台湾的生活嘛。
台湾的生活，对。那你有在台湾碰到过什么样的挑战吗？
我想买了一个电锅，就是做米饭的那个电锅。然后我先在 Facebook Marketplace 我找到了一个二手的电锅，但是就是那个广告就说就是没什么，他们没有描写东西的什么，就是没有描写什么东西，然后只有2个照片，然后说很新，所以我去买的时候。然后就是一个老人，然后我给他钱，他给我那个电锅，但是我才发现了，就不是一个电锅，是 thermos 怎么说？thermos 怎么说？
保温瓶。
然后我又去买了就2次就失败了，我想买了。
2次失败了。
对。但是我觉得没关系，